Hello, you guys. So, as the title says, I have pretty much stopped using Ayurveda on my hair, with the exception of henna. You guys know that my hair has always been about Ayurvedic hair care. And when I first started this channel back in 2017, I had been using Ayurveda for about 6 months to a year at that point. And I initially learned about Ayurveda through Curly Proverbs, who, at least in my eyes, was pretty much the OG in bringing Ayurveda to the natural curly girl hair care community. And I ended up learning a lot from her. And by the time that I was creating my own videos, I started to create a bunch of my own recipes, a lot of hair masks, a lot of teas, a lot of hair rinses, things like that. And I was primarily using the herb fenugreek. And that is largely what I became known for, is the fenugreek girl, because I just loved it so much. And for the next 3 years, I was completely obsessed with Ayurveda because up until that point, I had no idea how to take care of my hair. I always left my hair up in a little bun growing up because I had no idea how to style it. Otherwise, anytime I would leave my hair down, it would turn into a little floof ball, and I was unable to grow my hair out, and it was a struggle. I was honestly very insecure about my hair. But it wasn't until I discovered Ayurveda where my hair kind of took a 180. And for the first time, I was able to wear my hair down and have it not turn into a little floof ball. And I was able to grow my hair out. I was starting to get compliments on my hair for the first time. And I absolutely loved it. So Ayurveda definitely has a very special place in my heart. However, the type of routine that I had was very involved. I was doing something to my hair practically every single day, every other day. And while I really enjoyed this routine at the time, it was definitely not sustainable. And by the time 2019, 2020 came around, I just completely fell off of it. There was a lot going on in the world, there was a lot going on in my life, and I was starting to get by doing just the bare minimum. I was maybe doing a henna mask every few weeks, every few months, and a lot of the other hair masks that I was doing, a lot of the fenugreek teas, rinses, all of that stuff, I was not able to keep up with it on a consistent basis. And as my routine ended up slipping, so did the quality of my hair. And it wasn't necessarily because I stopped doing Ayurveda that my hair started to go downhill. And it wasn't even because I started taking poor care of my hair. I kept it in braids quite a bit during like 2020, 2021. And my hair ended up growing out down to my waist, which was really amazing actually. But what I think ended up happening is that I was starting to experiment with a couple of different shampoos and conditioners. Some of these you can get from like Sprouts or Whole Foods. And I don't know what exactly ended up happening, but they completely changed the nature of my hair. My hair used to be like medium to low porosity. However, yeah, my hair used to be medium to low porosity. My hair used to dry really quickly within 1 to 2 hours. It was not difficult for me to detangle it at all. It wouldn't mat very easily. And it was very easy for me to get volume. And that's the hair that I grew up with. That's the hair that I knew how to take care of. But after using some of these products, my hair completely went onto the other side. My hair was suddenly very high porosity. What used to take me 1 to 2 hours to dry suddenly took me 6 to 8. And detangling my hair became an absolute nightmare. It took me hours to do, and I would end up losing a lot of hair. And my hair wouldn't I struggle to maintain volume. I struggle to maintain my curls. It just completely changed. And all of a sudden, I hardly recognized my hair. And on top of that, some of you guys may remember that I ended up giving myself a little bit of a setback by straightening my hair with a really low quality straightener about a year and a half ago. And I'm still growing out the damage from that. And even after I stopped using the shampoo and conditioners that I'm pretty sure what changed my hair, and even the few months, few weeks that I was more consistent with Ayurveda, it just wasn't impacting my hair the way that it needed to. So, yeah, I pretty much stopped using Ayurveda because one, the routines I was following was just too much for me to follow. Two, my hair just needed something different. The original recipes that I had once first created and have grown to love no longer worked for my hair anymore. And three, I really just did not want to go through the trial and error of trying to find new recipes that could potentially help my hair a little bit more. What I really wanted was to find a new routine that was super simple for me to follow and that would just work for my hair. And I was just so frustrated with how much of a hassle my hair was becoming, and I just wanted it to be easy again. And up until a few months ago, I was following a really simple routine. I was still experimenting with different shampoos and conditioners, but for styling my hair, I was still using largely Shea Moisture, like the Shea Moisture leave-in, the Shea Moisture creams, and still using my flaxseed gel to style my hair. And that is, for the most part, what got me through. My hair was not thriving by any means. Good hair days were few and far between, but I was making it through. Then September of last year, 2024, I decided to totally change my routine. Some of you guys may have heard of the YouTuber Abby Young. She is a trichologist sharing a wealth of knowledge about hair care, hair science, and shares a bunch of product recommendations as well. And I had actually been following her for a few years. However, I never followed a lot of her recommendations because we have very different hair. She would test a lot of the products on herself, and she had blonde, straight hair, and my hair is not that. So I just did not think that a lot of her product recommendations, at least, would apply. But a couple of months ago, I decided to just try it out. And I ended up mirroring one of her routines. And for the full routine, I will most likely end up sharing that in another video. But just as a quick overview, she recommends a lot of drugstore hair products, a few bond builders as well. And the first time that I tried this routine, my life was completely changed. My hair feels so much better, you guys. The shampoo and conditioner that I use now is Pantene, and it just melts through my hair. It melts through my tangles. And now it takes me not even 5 minutes to detangle my hair. I don't think it even takes 3 minutes to detangle my hair anymore. Whereas in the past, like these past few years, it's taken me so much longer to do that. And I absolutely dreaded wash day. I absolutely dreaded it. But now I don't mind it actually. And I'm starting to have good hair days again. And my hair has honestly taken like a complete 180. It feels so much better. And my hair and routine are far from perfect. It's still recovering, especially from the heat damage that I did a couple of years ago. And I don't have those like beautiful, juicy, bouncy, shiny curls like some girls do on Instagram. But I am honestly really happy with where my hair is. I'm finally on a good track because, especially with my damaged ends that have a bit of heat damage still, I actually hardly notice that they are damaged. It's mainly when I actually look at them that I can see that there are still split ends. But with this routine, they feel incredibly soft and they actually curl up very easily. So just by looking at my hair, you really wouldn't notice that my hair is damaged. And one thing that I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video is that I do still use henna. That is the one Ayurvedic herb that I still continue to use, and I do use it on a fairly regular basis. Some months more than others, but I do continue to still use henna. And the reason why I'm continuing to use this herb is for three, maybe four main reasons. The first reason is because I absolutely love the way that it elongates my curls. You can't really notice my hair too much right now because it's up and it has been a long time since I have used it last. But I personally feel the most beautiful when my hair is cascading down my back just a little bit more. So I love using it for that. And the second reason why I continue to use it is because it covers my grays. I am fairly young to be having a bunch of grays. However, it just runs in my family. My siblings, my cousins, my aunts and uncles, my parents, we all just started having grays at a really young age. I probably had my first gray when I was like 9 or 10 years old. And if I were to grow my hair out, you would see definitely some specks throughout my hair. And I really like using henna to cover those up a little bit. I don't actually use indigo or really amla either to make my hair black because I do actually really like the red hue that henna does give. And it is actually really fun because if you were to see one of my grays now, you would see it as like a bright red strand of hair, and I just think that's really fun. So that's the second reason why I use it. And the third reason is because it really helps with breakage. There were a couple of months shortly after I damaged my hair with that straightener that I wasn't using henna. It was maybe like a 3 or 4 month period. And because it was shortly after I damaged my hair was just breaking all over the place. But as soon as I did a henna treatment, that damage just went way down. And I don't know how henna works the way that it does, but when it comes to breakage, it is just absolutely magical in that area. I would say that henna gives you the most dramatic results with the least amount of effort. I did really enjoy fenugreek, like a lot of you guys know, but the amount of effort that it took to, make teas and to even make the paste. It's a lot of work to make the paste, and kind of having to make it fairly consistently and use it fairly consistently. It wasn't easy to use by any means. However, with henna, I could use henna once a month and I would still get really great results with that. The only reason why sometimes I use it more than once a month is for that elongating effect. A lot of the hair products that I'm using currently, they do tend to sort of counter the elongating effect of henna, so my hair will sort of shrink up over time, and so I'm kind of constantly battling that. So sometimes I might use henna every 2 weeks, but if I'm really using it for just like the anti-breakage benefits, I really only need to use it once a month for that, really. But all of this is to say that I have nothing against Ayurveda. It's just that my hair and lifestyle needed something else. But yeah, I just wanted to share what has been going on with my hair, especially because it has been such a long time. And I also wanted to, I guess, give you guys a heads up that while I'll still probably keep a lot of those past videos still live, I'm probably not going to be making any updates to those, mainly because it has been just a really long time since I have had that lifestyle. Maybe I will do some videos on henna, maybe possibly, we'll see. But yeah, we're just kind of moving forward from here. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and for understanding. And I will see you guys in my next video.